How do you become an influencer? That's the golden question, right? Well, grab your notebook, grab your pen, because in today's video, I'll be sharing with you the tea. No lies, no gatekeeping. Why? Because the sky is wide enough. It's large enough for all of us to soar and fly and be successful, okay? So let's get into it. Whether you're trying to transition from being a content creator into becoming an influencer, or you just want to jump right into being an influencer, these are the things I believe will be very helpful for you, okay? Number one, you need a social media platform. You need some sort of platform if you don't already have one. Let me just speak very quickly on that. Social media is divided into two categories. You have the short form platforms and then you have the long form platforms. So for short forms, you're thinking Instagram, TikTok, and then for long forms, you're thinking Facebook and YouTube, right? So make sure you have at least one long form and one short form. I would not say to get started and just be everywhere at the same time, because let me tell you, content creation is not beans. Okay, it's a lot of work, and you don't want to spread yourself too thin such that your consistency then becomes a problem. So just pick two, one long form, one short form to start, and then you can grow as you grow. People use blogs as well. If you're a writer or blogger, then you want to consider maybe Medium or creating your own blog, an email list. At the end of the day, you just need a platform where you can build a community. Number two, if you already have that platform, then it's very important for you to grow your following on that platform. Especially if you're trying to work with brands, they want to see that at the very least, people are interested in you and in what you're doing on your platform. Do you understand? But if you're not growing, or if the growth is not evident, then they would not be encouraged to work with you. Do you get what I'm saying? So growth strategy is a completely different video. Let me know in the comment section if that's something you would want me to talk about. But you need some sort of strategy. You need some sort of approach to your content creation and to your presence on these platforms, so that as you're creating content, you're also growing and building that community. Number three, one very key point to being an influencer is to create value. Okay, some sort of value. Social media is vast, right? People are constantly sharing and posting all manner of things. You need to have your own style, your own approach, and your own the core of your content. What is the value added proposition? Sorry, I dropped my pen. What is the value added proposition? What is the value that you bring to the table? Why should I be a part of your community? What am I going to get? Because at the end of the day, people understand now compared to 10 years ago, people understand now that their following is worth something to you as a content creator. They know, and that's why people are very stingy with it. I believe, but even on YouTube especially, it's free to follow, it's free to subscribe, but people know that once I like this person's video, once I subscribe to this person's channel, or once I follow this person on Instagram was going to start showing this person to me. Right, Instagram is going to start showing this person's content to me, and showing like-minded content to me as well. So is it worth the headache for me? That's what people are thinking. So they understand the value. It's like a vote, They understand the value of their votes and the value of just clicking that subscribe button and that follow button. They know what it means to you as a content creator. So they're very stingy with it. So they want you to convince them, that, oh, you know what? If you follow me, you're going to get this value. This is what you're going to get from me. So even in your content strategy, in your growth strategy as well, value has to be key. It has to be at the very top of whatever you're trying to build or whatever you're trying to create. Also, keep in mind that more often than not, people don't follow immediately they see your content. Like, some people do because your content is just so amazing at that point in time, they have to follow. But sometimes people have to see you 1, 2, maybe 3 times before they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to follow her, I'm going to follow him, and just stay up to date with this person. Value doesn't necessarily have to be educational. It could also be entertainment. It could be informational. At the end of the day, it just has to be something valuable that they can get. That, oh, you know, today I'm giving you this value. I'm helping you learn something new. I'm entertaining you. I'm informing you of something you probably wouldn't have known. Like, I'm telling you something that I think would be beneficial to you, would be valuable to you. So you see how I keep saying you and not me, because that's how some people approach influencing. They approach it from a me perspective. A me. Oh, what do I feel like today? Oh, what do I? It's not about me as a content creator. It's about serving the community that I'm building, the community, the people that are there. You know, it's like the president of your country coming out and saying, oh, you know, I don't think this law is going to be beneficial to me. So, you know, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to, because I don't want it. It's not about that the president. It's about the citizens of that country. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not about you. It's about what the audience is going to benefit from the content that you create for them. Now, a big part of being a content creator is going viral for a lot of people. Everybody wants to go viral. Let me know, like, even I want to go viral. But the problem with going viral is that going viral is fleeting, because it's like when your birthday comes and your phone is blowing up, your Instagram, your Facebook, like the attention is just everywhere. There's just so much love poured onto you in that day, maybe the day after, you know, but by the end of that week, people have moved on to other things. That's what going viral does. It's very fleeting, very quick. It just passes. And the people that stay from you going viral don't necessarily stay for the long haul. Some do, but a smaller percentage of them do. Along the line, others will probably unfollow for whatever reason, because some might even forget why they followed you in the first place. My point being, going viral should not be the goal for you. It's building a community of people that are there for you, for whatever you have to offer. So whether today you're selling bread, they're there. Tomorrow you're selling pure water, they're there. Next tomorrow you're selling mascara, they're there. I'm not saying you to be going up and down like that, but I'm saying that when you build a community of people who are genuine to you and who are there for you, it's easier to sell to them than a crowd of 1 million people that couldn't be bothered about you. Do you get what I'm saying? So in building your strategy as an influencer, make sure you build your strategy not just to go viral, but to also build a community as well. So in as much as you might be chasing trends, right? Don't be chasing trends every day of the week, 7 days, 365 days. In as much as you want to chase trends in order for you to grow, you should also develop content that are targeted especially towards your community, the people that are already there for you. That, you know, that content that serves them, that's for them, beyond the other viral content that you might be chasing. I'm doing a lot of talking about growth and growth strategy, but I think that should be like a completely different video. But all of these things come together as you grow into becoming that influencer that you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you want people that take your word for it, people that trust you, people that believe in you, people that want to support you. And so when you go to them and you say, oh, you know what, there is this product I want to talk to you about, they listen and they trust that, oh, okay, you know what you're talking about. So let's assume that you've built those social media platforms, you're building that community, you're growing, you're showing up, you're consistent with the content that you're creating, which is important. You cannot just post and ghost. You know, you can't just be showing up when you feel like it. You cannot just be showing up once in 2 months, you know, and expect people to still be there waiting for you. You cannot just, you need to be consistent. if you're going to be an influencer, you need to show up. People need to know that you're going to show up for them. You know, that whatever you promise to them, you're going to deliver to them on. So consistency is also a big part of being an influencer. It's very tough being consistent. You know, it's not beans. It's easier to pronounce the word consistent than it actually is to be consistent. Let me tell you. But it's important as a content creator because everyone is trying to get the attention of everyone. And so if one person promises the attention but doesn't show up, the attention is going to go elsewhere to the person that's consistently showing up. Do you get what I'm saying? So showing up, being consistent is a huge part of it. Now you already have that following. You've already built that community. Now is the time. And I'm not saying that following has to be 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers. It could be as little, you know, quote unquote, as 500 followers, as 100 followers, as 1,000 followers. As long as you're growing, that's the point. Then you can start to reach out to brands, right? You can start to send brands DMs, send them an email, introduce yourself, tell them why you would love to work with them, tell them which of their products inspires you and you would love to work with them. You know, if you're just growing and you're just building a community, don't be driven by money. Instead, be driven by the opportunity to serve. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't be driven by, oh, you know, I want to make $1 million in a day. It doesn't work like that. Or I want to make $1 million per brand. It doesn't work like that. Especially if you're just starting out, you would do a lot of, or maybe a few of trade and barter deals where they just send you products and, you know, your content is based around that product without money attached to it, because it's also a test of faith for the brand as well to work with it, because, oh, they're like, oh, you know, she doesn't have a large number, but let's see what she's able to do with the products if we give it to her. And it's through that method that you're able to build, you know, trust and faith with brands. And when other brands come to your platform, they already see that, oh, she worked with this brand and she worked with this brand. And at the same time, you're also growing as well. So reaching out to brands, or if they reach out to you, perfect. But reaching out to brands yourself is a great way to becoming an influencer. But if you want to position yourself out there as that person that's just like to-go person for something, then I would also recommend that before you even start to go after brand deals, you should start with affiliate marketing. That is one of the best ways for you to transition into becoming an influencer, or to become an influencer. Because what happens is you buy a product and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this product so much, I need to share it with these people. So you create content around that product and you share it, and you say, you know what, if you want to buy as well, use my link and buy. Right. And so people are like, oh, you can find it here. Yes, this is where you can find it. So they go over there and they buy. And when they buy using your link, you get a percentage, you know, from that sale. So imagine if you're selling this pen, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I found this pen on Amazon and I think it's amazing. And this is where you can buy it. Link is below. And they click on that link and 10 people buy, you know, and from each sale, you're able to get $2. 2 times 10. There you have it. Do you get what I'm saying? And it adds up. The more you do it, the more people are like, oh, okay. Especially if you're being truthful with your review of those products. So that's another way for you to introduce yourself as a dependable influencer, such that when brands come, they already see you doing it. You're already positioning yourself in that light as someone that can be trusted, someone that knows how to sell, someone that has a community that's interested in them and the products that they use or that they talk about. That being said, let me add 2 more things to keep in mind as you continue on your journey to being an influencer. And number 1 would be that you need to be true to yourself. You need to be original. You need what originality does not mean it has never been done before. It just means that this is you. and you're true to yourself, because people can spot a fake from a mile away, and people can spot, they can see through the lights, they can see through the cameras. So if it's not you, don't force it. The type of person you are, the type of content you like to create, there is a community, a large community of people out there that are looking for it, that are interested in it, that are also like that. Do you understand? That would enjoy that type of content. So you have to trust that those people will find you. And the second thing is that, you know, in as much as sex sells, you should not over sexualize your content, because again, unless maybe that's like your approach and the strategy you're trying to go with, but if you want to be taken seriously as someone who people can trust and depend on, then you don't want to approach your content, unless that's what your content is about. If not, you don't want to sexualize your content or approach your content from a sexual perspective or a sexual angle. Okay? There are so many layers to becoming an influencer. Like I mentioned earlier, there is the growth aspect, there is the money-making aspect. Let me know what other aspects you are interested in the comment section. This video was kind of like the overarching idea to becoming an influencer, to putting yourself out there and to getting started on that journey. So if there are specific things you'd like me to talk about, then please let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to talk to you about them. I hope this is very valuable for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you again very, very soon. I pray God blesses you, your homes, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Remain in God and God bless you. Bye.